on October 11 gathered to mark the holiday. The celebration will feature religious scholars, politicians and Muslim community members discussing the importance of Prophet Muhammad's teachings on compassion, justice and peace. In Sabon Zongo, Ablekuma Central, preparations are far advanced to mark the day. Ahead of the day, the Municipal Chief Executive for the area, Frank Nkansa, on behalf of the Member of Parliament for Ablekuma Central, donated food items to the organizing committee for the Maulidin. The food items included bags of rice, gallons of oil, packs of water, drinks, amongst others.
We are here as a municipality in collaboration with our MP. In fact, we are actually advancing this on behalf of our MP. Our MP is one person who supports the communities around a lot. And tomorrow, the Zongos are going to have a very powerful program. That's the Molidi. And so MP wanted to do some donations. He donated a cow to them. He donated some water, some rice, and then gallons of oil. And also he has taken almost all the expenses with regards to the program. It being the decoration, the chairs, canopies, all of it, on behalf of the program committee. So that is what we came to present for the committee. It's actually in support or in commemoration with what the MP believes in, that whatever we are doing, we should be able to find ourselves coming together. So he is part of the traditional leadership.
Frank Nkansa also urged members of the community to support the Municipal Assembly and Member of Parliament for Ablekuma Central to promote development in the area.
We have, in fact, advanced the course of putting in a model market within the area. That's a 24-hour model market that is championed by His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama. And so we have picked the market here to be able to expand it. This is a market that has been there over 40 years. And so we want to see how best we can make it a model market to operate within the next 24 hours every day, as we all know. And then apart from that, they also have road deficits, which we want to also work on in the coming days. We also are putting a lot of investment in education and in health as well. So indeed we have a lot of developmental plans for the community.
Coordinator for the Zongo Caucus in Ablekuma Central, Yakubu Musa Kaliki, after another donation by the Member of Parliament to the people, urged residents in Sabon Zongo to support the Member of Parliament to bring development to the community.
Baba Sule, he brought these items and one cow. He brought it to help the youth of Sabon Zongo to celebrate the birth of Muhammad. I think that's why we are here. But we are here. The one who led the delegation is the constituency chairman, Alhaji Abdul Mumin Tiji.
Muktari Wahab, assembly member for the area, expressed gratitude to the Member of Parliament and MCE for the gesture.
The MCE and the MP together are sponsoring almost 90% of the whole program. He should continue the good work. This is one thing that symbolizes that he is there for the people of Ablekuma Central.
The Municipal Chief Executive for the area, Frank Nkansa, assured of continued support from the municipality and the Member of Parliament to the Zongo community.
The balloting placed former Sine Central lawmaker Kennedy Agyapong top of the list, with Member of Parliament for Abetifi, Dr. Brian Achampong, at the second position, whilst former Vice President and NPP's 2024 presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, picked the third spot. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum picked the fourth spot, whilst Engineer Kwabena Agyapong lies at the bottom. Following the event, members of Kennedy Agyapong campaign team burst into jubilation, chanting and singing, stating that the spots picked by their candidate signify a clear victory in the upcoming primaries. The Tema West constituency chairman of the party, Kwesi Poku, claimed, although Kennedy Agyapong is already known, the #1 spot gives more advantage to market him further.
I was going to pick one. Exactly, yes. The other time he had one, and now he has one. And I'm telling you that with this one, Kennedy Agyapong will be the next flag bearer of the NPP. It is easy to tell everybody one. Who will be 2, 3, young will be out. Who calls the answer 1? Abrabian 1, Abrantabian 1.
However, team members of other candidates have been reacting to the outcome of the show.
We have started this for a long time ago. The most important thing is for you to allow yourself to be seen, interact with the people at the grassroots, which he has been consistently doing on the field. So if you know me already, I've been propagating my message to you, have accepted my message, and I tell you that I'm the number 19 for 20 on the ballot. Because you know me, you see my face, you've interacted with me, the number doesn't matter. It's about looking at me and matching me to the ballot box, because you are already known, and that is what we have done. So we've been marketing him for a very long time. We are going to continue until the D-Day.
For Hafisa Shetu, a sympathizer of Dr. Bawumia, it has been their wish for the former vice president to place third on the ballots.
Yeah, no one here penny. You go all night and you go down and most. You see a pretend in your media mind to be any extra. What do you have? But dear, Santia good dear. Kutu Bab. Bawumia, dear mamma, you saw Ojada. On your bio yakaka. No, so I shut that boy and one catch say. About why to me and yet the me and yet. It's in your train now, and I and a man here do. One more to know for Shantumum. Or we need solid Mobia Dinania. Bawumia dear, Asantia good dear, Kutu Bab.
I'm yet to hear about some of these numerological perspectives to the balloting. So far, I think they have, you know, kept a bit mute on that. But I heard Mr. Kwarteng, you know, suggest to the effect that there have been prophecies here and there, prophesizing that Mr. Kennedy Agyapong is going to win, and then trying to even compare that of Mr. Kennedy Agyapong to Julius Debra and then probably Mr. Asiedun Katia. Well, I think that it's a little too early. Well, now that the balloting is done, you have Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, number 1. Obviously, they will come up with certain sloganeering and then use that to campaign. The NPP took number 1, they lost miserably, and the NDC took number 8, and they won. And so some of these things will come, but I think that I will urge them to focus on issues. I am of the view that before the 2024 elections, the 2023 presidential primaries, Mr. Kennedy Agyapong had a superior message than Dr. Bawumia. I've always said that he had a superior message. I am also of the view that Dr. Bawumia was constrained because having been the vice president, having led the party to win in 2016, and having all the ideas, making them to win the 2020 elections, now, not being able to actualize those things then became an albatross around his neck. So he was constrained even within the internal elections, though he believed he was going to win because based upon the organogram and the architecture in terms of establishment and other things, he was likely to win. But he wasn't that popular within the party. That is something that created problems for him. And so his messaging lacked some kind of new ideas and other things because nobody was going to believe him. So he had to tone down in terms of the vote, the messaging and certain promises.
Executive Committee and Head of Department of TUC made the journey to Konyako, and now we are in Kibi waterheads. Our objective is to ascertain for ourselves the damage that has been caused and continue to cause by illegal mining activities. We have seen the damage. We can confidently describe the situation as a heinous crime being perpetrated on Ghanaians by the activities of the few greedy criminals. It is clear to us that if Galamsey is not stopped, Ghana Water will not have any water to treat for us in the next few years.
Okay, it's about Ghana-US relations. First, we were slapped with 10% tariff that was increased to 15%, and then we're included in 36 countries that were going to be placed on a visa ban. But in the meantime, all 5-year visas were cancelled, and we were restricted to single entry 3 months. It shows the tightening situation in our foreign relations, but I do think that we still enjoy good relations with the United States of America. We were approached by the U.S. to accept third-party nationals who were being removed from the U.S. And we agreed with them that West African nationals, were acceptable because all our fellow West Africans don't need a visa to come to our country. So if they decided to travel from US to Accra, they don't need a visa anyway. So if you're bringing our colleague West Africans back, I mean, that's okay. And so I think that agreement has been activated, and a first batch of 14 nationals came. Several of them were our Nigerian brothers. They opted to go back home, and so we facilitated, we put them on buses, to be able to go back home. One of them was a Gambian who is not as easy. You have to get him an air ticket to be able to facilitate his travel. So what we've done is contacted their embassy to let them know of his presence so that they can facilitate his return to Gambia. And so that's the issue with regards to deportations and arrivals. West Africa has the protocol of free movement. And so any West African is free to come to Ghana and be able to stay for 90 days. And so if they decide to bring them, I mean, we don't have a problem accepting them.
Oh, so sorry. Sorry about that. So good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Inside Pages on Metro Television. My name is Awudu Moro, and it's always a pleasure to come your way. It's a Saturday morning, and we have a lot to talk about on the show. Now, this morning we have two key issues that we want to interrogate, and one has to do with a petition which has been filed by a private citizen. He's called Gbande Nabin Yusuf, who was petitioning the president, John Dramani Mahama, to remove the acting Chief Justice, Paul Bafuboni. And Nabin Yusuf, in his petition, which has been cited by Metro TV and signed on October 6, 2025, is pleading with the president to remove the acting Chief Justice on grounds of misbehavior. Now, he's citing Article 1461 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, where Nabin Yusuf is arguing that Justice Paul Bafuboni recently made some utterances that he believes are a breach of Ghana's Constitution and internationally recognized principles of judicial behavior, such as the Bangalore Principle of Judicial Conduct. The private legal practitioner, this private citizen who is referred to as who's refers to a comment made by Paul Bafuboni of September 2025, follows a lawsuit filed by Israel Tete, Roxanne Nelson Depemakbo, and a group calling itself the Ghana Law Society, seeking constitutional relief against the Ghana Bar Association, noted that the president should sack the acting CJ with immediate effect. We ask this morning if the grounds upon which this petition has been filed asking for the acting Chief Justice to be removed is tenable, whether it is solid, whether it meets the threshold for any president to even initiate such an impeachment process. That's one of the things that we intend to look at. The other issue, which this week got a lot of tongues wagging and people feeling a little uncomfortable and sitting on tenterhooks and sitting on pins, was when news broke, and it went very viral. News broke that the government of Ghana was accepting, as part of some kind of a deportation agreement, a gentleman who is called Abrego Garcia, who is a Salvadoran national of a center, who is at the center of a deportation controversy. that the reason why they had to gain ground was because of the times. Remember that there were already some controversy and some brouhaha, which a word is which I believe has been abused, but yes, I used it this morning. There was some brouhaha over some 16 West African nationals who were deported to Ghana, and the minority asking where is the Memorandum of Understanding which Ghana has signed with the United States of America, based on which it accepted or it agreed to accept these West African nationals into this country. We heard the Foreign Affairs Minister and government at large explaining that this Memorandum of Understanding is not something which has been documented. In any case, these are West African nationals. So why do you need Parliament to ratify it before accepting them here? So these were the times. And so there were some Ghanaians who were a bit concerned that this Gracio Abrego is coming to Ghana, or deportation Ghana, was actually part of the deal which we're yet to see. But the foreign minister has assured all of us that no, we're not accepting this man here because this is not part of the deal that we had with the United States of America. So we'll interrogate these two issues on the show this morning. So please stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Keep watching Inside Pages.
Chia winning Nara, me ding edibby dapa, me dear strong cran ebremo. Now that what you animal would be on the edge, Japan, me de bremo. And no, any summer spices in here, and well, no bebreo, various flavors, Ubenya a yako, Ubenya nemchi, you do good jollof woman, and we get there, Ubenya you do good quam, you do good for you, hot knuckle pibito, na Emma with Piani, and yet day. When you mean ya, young con your cocotian for Eka.
Down when you communicate we all enjoy Uduba, that Samu spices. What in the essence, don't fight. I think it's Dariaga. Samu spices in a Sabi, Daddy so say. Samu spices, Moon Samu.
Samu spices, Yama chicken.
Samu spices. In Sanaka in Kitwa, measure 10 grams. Your chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, can jollof, and the flavors are for dobebre.
Samu spices, yes, Saka.
FDIJ Jadien Kratwayatu.
Wabedum, Tamaso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Makwema Besisia. Abozig. I can say no ya konate and the more drink woman. Hey, but I didn't mean. Oh, sorry. She knew her. Oh, dish. Eddie, Dabio, baby womb. Ready? Hey, baby womb. Ah, Eddie. I'll cause some discomfort. Sorry, well, uncle, where would the dad? Why your funeral? At to phone for Arrowfield Trading. Sorry, it killed them all.
No mum share Nanda Daya was mosquito call Esudu Womunumu. Na say spray with them musa. Chaisima a dronum and sana ko dynamo.
And Kratoi FDA Ajatum.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being late?
Of course.
712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Computer to just be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky, everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God apple boom! If you put it at so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Hey! Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
I just want to hear. Welcome to season 2 of Play by Ear. Make some noise! This is the only show all you need is your ear to win some cash. When I say Play by Ear, what you say?
All right, you're watching Inside Pages on Metro Television. My guests are seated here. As I said, we have two very important conversations to have this morning, and I have my more than able guest who can deal with the issues. So Theophilus Donko is here. He's a private legal practitioner. And also, so first of all, let me say good morning to you, Theophilus Donko. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. Yes. One of the things you can see about Theophilus is that fugu is actually part of his identity. He doesn't joke with his fugu at all. He loves it. You know, do you have any connection with the North?
No, but I'm a Ghanaian, so...
Absolutely.
On weekends,
okay,
more Ghanaian.
That's
I'm
right.
waiting for the day where I can dress like this to court.
It's an advocacy you have been waging for some time now.
Yes.
You know,
because I believe that anytime I wear suit to court, I'm creating an employment for somebody outside Ghana.
True.
But when I wear this fugu, I create an employment. Because I feel bad to see Ghanaians come all the way from the north, come and be carrying things for other people. I feel embarrassed. I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Because these are potential.
Yeah.
You know, this year I was in WA for the bar conference, and I saw a lot of potential interacting with people. People can express themselves in English, but they don't have work to do apart from farming, and they don't have the basic means of doing the farming on a large scale to earn an income. So what income he gets is to buy maybe fish and other things to cook. So I believe that we need to empower our local entrepreneurs, and I enjoy it.
Okay, that's fine. And so it's about domestication.
Domestication.
You know,
I believe
let's purchase what we produce, or we make, or we grow.
That is my understanding.
Yeah.
When I tell people I don't have a passport, they laugh at me because I don't want to travel. Because I've not even, people will tell you, why don't you go on vacation? Do I know Ghana that much?
No, but there are some travels that may be very necessary.
I have other colleagues who will travel and do the transaction. I want to be here.
If the President of America says he wants to meet with you because he has had one of the fine legal brains in Ghana, would you turn it down? Trump wants to meet.
I will look at it, and at that time, I will make a decision to acquire
and then you apply for a passport. Okay. All right.
I enjoy Ghana. Moro. Ghana is sweet too.
I hear you.
And Ghana is good.
I agree. I can't agree with you the more. Anyway, so let me also say that there's another Theophilus there, but he's not Donko. He's Theophilus Jimekan Jr., who is a lawyer, an engineer, and also a communications team member of the NDC. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Moro. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and good morning to my fellow brothers and sisters from Hohwe, as usual.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I disagree a bit with my brother. Namesake. Yes, he knows.
Which of them? He said the passport. The passport.
A lot. Almost
Why?
everything.
Oh.
Yes, I'm a nationalist as well, and I'm purely conservative when it comes to African issues. All my children have Ghanaian names. Indeed, even names. They don't have English names. But I mean, we can't do with the global village we find ourselves in. The last thing that distinguishes a lawyer from the others in this country is our robe and a wig. If you take that away, we are ordinary place. Let's keep that one, I beg you. Then, if he goes in Fugu, I go in Agbada, somebody goes in something. You can imagine somebody will also come barefooted, that from where he's coming, they walk barefooted. So all that will not be... maybe we'll have the conversation somewhere within the bar and the bench, but I disagree with that. Then the only place I will agree with you is about the traveling. Is the world is now global. In front of you is a device that can connect to somebody in the US. So to that extent, staying at home is okay. But a lot of development across the world didn't happen just within that community where the people are. Some people travel and bring new things. Some people come and join you and also bring new things. That is how we develop. Okay. But if you want to, until recently, we don't have any black Chinese. But now we are having black Chinese because they are intermarried. And we are having very tall Chinese playing basketball in the US. That would not have been possible in the last 20, 30 years. But now we have it. So that part I disagree with him. But he's a fine man. He knows I admire him from very, very far. And not because of the namesake, but he's a good lawyer too. I'm not advertising for him though, but he's a good lawyer. He's mentoring one of my colleagues as well, William Brown. So Theophilus, my senior, I admire him. Let me say so.
Okay. So we woke up to this news, and I'm sure that you saw the story as well, and it had to do with the Salvadorian national who's called Abrego Garcia, who is at the center of a deportation controversy. We heard that he was, first of all, his matter was still before the courts. He's alleged to have been involved in some criminal act, and so he's before the courts in the United States of America. But there are also intentions by the American by the American government to deport him to Ghana, whilst his lawyers even actually appealing against the charge which has been slapped against him, or the judgment which has been, made against him. Now, we're told that this chap we're talking about was first of all shipped to El Salvador, and at some point to Eswatini, and at some point to Rwanda. And we're told that there were plans to bring him to Ghana. But question was, but why Ghana? Because we were under the impression that we were only going to accept West African nationals as part of a major immigration crackdown in America, most of whom have, overstayed, their welcome in America, etc., etc. I don't know what your initial, before I do that, let me say that Ishaq Ibrahim is also here with us. He's a member of the MPP's legal directorate. Ishaq, assalamu alaikum. And, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning to you, and good morning to my colleagues here.
Yeah, good to see you.
Thank you.
Yes. So, when you saw the story, let me start with you, Theophilus. I don't know what your immediate reaction. I'm sure someone sent you the link as well. When you saw it, what was your immediate reaction? What did you do afterwards? Did you try to get some more information? How did you process it based on how the information that was forwarded to you?
Yeah, I have a pattern every day, which I don't depart from. When I wake up, I check Ghana Web, My Joy Online, BBC. I spend 5 minutes each on each of them, and I pick the issue as a headline on at least Ghana Web and My Joy Online. Then I did a further digging. Indeed, I was aware of the guy's issues, having been, let me use the word, wrongly deported to El Salvador. And all the hustle, the wife took the matter up, the judge, even a senator visiting him in El Salvador who struggled to see him in prison. Then I was like, oh, no, this cannot be true. So the next thing I turned up to was to look at the National Communicators platform, and it was being discussed. And I followed the thread. But the long and short is that on issues such as this, indeed, it wasn't only published by Ghana portals, it was published worldwide. I saw it on The Guardian, saw it on another American network. But the big thing is, I think it's just caused fear and panic within us. So I was more than relieved when the Minister for Foreign Affairs came out to say, hey, we are not accepting such a person, because that was not our arrangement with the United States. Our arrangement is based on the fact that we have... let
me read to you verbatim exactly what the Foreign Affairs Minister said, and then you can help us appreciate where the Foreign Minister is coming from. Now, this is something, he tweeted it, actually. And he says that, can I even say he tweeted it? He X'd it.
Yes.
He X'd it.
He's
right?
X'd it, yes.
Because he's not no more Twitter. So he said the Ghanaian government is pleased to note that a refusal to accept Abrego Garcia has been duly acknowledged and complied with by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. We also note with satisfaction that DHS, with the Department of Homeland Security, has today taken the appropriate steps to inform Garcia's lawyers and amend court submissions to reflect the fact that Ghana cannot be an option for Garcia's deportation. Now, the Mahama administration will continue to be transparent and truthful to Ghanaians at all times, and it says for God and country. And that's exactly what, Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa wrote. But there was also a reaction by the deputy ranking member on foreign affairs, and I'm talking about the man who is the Nana Safweje, who is the MP for Bosome Fremo. That's for the minority, and he's also issued a statement to that effect. I don't know if you've seen that statement, but I'm sure when I come back to you, you'd also throw some more light on the statement which was issued by the MP. So please go ahead. So this is exactly what Ablakwa said.
Yes, so it was refreshing that the minister has said this is not going to happen.
Okay.
I would have thought that with the advent of social media or plurality of media, those who publish in this country, I was watching a platform yesterday where someone said one reason why the MPP appear to be doing badly in certain areas is that they used to rely solely on traditional media. And when they say it on radio, everybody believes it. They said it on TV, but now with the TikToks, the X's, the WhatsApps, then everything, people will fact check you quickly and know that this is not true, this is false, or this is the trend. So I would have thought that though this generated a bit of apprehension, we would have just made a phone call to the ministry to say, hey, what is happening? Is this the situation? And the speed at which the minister also came to debunk this issue also helped. However, I think that those who publish could have reduced our apprehension to say, let us fact check from the ministry ABC. I think somewhere to their fear had been that we were just around when we received our fellow West Africans without any communication to the Ghanaians to that effect. That, I believe, if the minister had been forthcoming and had said a bit of it, people would have come down slightly. So to this extent, I think the matter is dead. There's nothing going to happen. We are not going to accept the El Salvadorian or the alleged El Salvadorian. And that's the matter has taken its own issue. Let it go forward, wherever it will go. And as the minister has said that they have advised the lawyers to amend or to adjust their processes to reflect the fact that Ghana is not going to take the said gentleman here. Indeed, my advice would have been that Donald Trump administration should just eat a humble pie and say, we made a mistake by deporting this guy. We are keeping him. I read again that they have refused his application for, how do you call them? Those who are running away from war. Asylum.
Oh, asylum. Okay.
Yes, they have refused his application for asylum. And in effect, they want to make him persona non grata so that any time he could be taken out of the country. I think they should just eat the humble pie and say, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have deported this guy. And all this apprehension and all this fear, and indeed, his family will not be feeling happy, knowing that our dad is, assuming the stories are true, is in Rwanda today, is in Ghana tomorrow, is in South Africa today. No, take him back. Let this matter die its own natural death, and we all move on with life.
Ishak.
Yes.
Should we move on? Should we allow sleeping dogs to lie? Or you think that there are still some critical questions that ought to be asked?
Thank you very much. Before I say a word of it, just allow me some quick opportunity to congratulate all those who were called to the bar yesterday. In particular, Latif, Banvum, and then Saib Usmani, who are my very good brothers. They were called to the bar yesterday. And also to congratulate MPP for successful balloting yesterday. And as I tell my fellow delegates, the right person is Bawumia. We'll come to that opportunity with Aveni Sep, and I explain why he's the right person. My good friend Theo here have made a point that this was not only reported in Ghana, it was reported across the world. He has had the opportunity to see international portals. Then he quickly blamed MPP and said that we used to hide behind traditional media. Now that there is social media and non-traditional media, they are beginning to expose us. Expose us for what? Look at the beginning of this issue. This incompetent team actually breached the 1992 Constitution. Under normal international law, memorandum of understandings are preparatory work. They do not impose obligations on a state. And they do not, I repeat it, they do not give rise to other individuals. Here is the case. The foreign minister have gone to sign what purports to be memorandum of understanding with the American government.
How do you know? How do you know there is such document?
I'll explain to you. They said it was a memorandum of understanding. He said it, that he signed a memorandum of understanding, and that similar government have signed a memorandum of understanding with other countries.
Which is that there's actually...
And do not require parliamentary approval.
So that there's actually a document as we speak?
Yes, he says so. Memorandum of understanding. Okay. So my point is that under normal international law understanding, memorandum of understanding, they are preparatory work. So if they are preparatory work, they were not captured under Article 95. But the Vienna Convention on Law of Treaty is very clear. If a document purports to impose obligations on a state, or it gives right to somebody under international law, then such a document is no longer a memorandum of understanding. Perhaps a treaty has been signed which has been mislabeled memorandum of understanding. But we know that foreigners, Ghana had obligation to receive foreigners under that understanding. And it gives rights to foreign citizens to arrive in Ghana under that agreement. So people have acquired rights. And once they acquire rights to enter Ghana, then that becomes a treaty. It's no longer a memorandum of understanding, of which Article 75 would have been kicked in, that it requires parliamentary approval. So when you sign those documents and then come and insult the rest of us as Ghanaians that we are stupid, because it's more or less saying that we are stupid, that he has helped fellow Africans, and then we found a need to complain about it. Why is their countries not taking them? There's a good reason why someone who is a citizen of a country, perhaps they have paid taxes to that country, or their parents and family members continue to pay taxes to those countries. Under international law, they are under obligation to take their own citizen back. Why do we find a need to do favor for a Nigerian whose country will not take him back? There's a reason for it. They will not take them. So if they will not take them, then you tell us that under the ECOWAS treaties, for fellow Africans or West Africans already have the right to return here. They do not have unfettered right under the ECOWAS treaty, if you look at it very carefully. With the ECOWAS treaty, yes, West African can come, but it is not unfettered. It is subject to control. We don't admit everybody under the 90 days rule. Provided you meet, yes, that's true. Or if you want to set up a business, there are further conditions. And it's not just Ghana, this is not unique. Within the European Union, they still exclude other people if they believe that your presence is not conducive for the public good. Or if they know that after the expiration of the 90 days, you are not likely to go back home, they can still refuse you, check the ECOWAS rules. So they do not have unfettered right. It's not every ECOWAS citizen who will just knock the door And Ghana must open them to enter because of the ECOWAS treaty. So if we are starting from this, and then the Americans announce that they are sending another individual to this country, why wouldn't the opposition believe it? Because you've already breached the condition. If it was a Western country, Ablakwa would no longer be a minister. He would have been forced to resign for breaching the constitution and allow foreign nationals to enter here.
Does
so
it make any difference to you that Ablakwa says, I don't take these decisions on my own accord?
Yeah.
I take these decisions based on the advice of the Attorney General. The Attorney General has told me that per his understanding and his analysis and assessment of this MOU,
yes,
as you are telling us,
yes,
it doesn't need to go to Parliament.
Why? When it
and the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice is the advisor to the government of Ghana.
Are you saying the Attorney General do not get it wrong?
But
they always get it wrong.
You can criticize the Attorney General,
yes,
but to make it seem as though Ablakwa is acting on his own frolic.
He ultimately make the decision. So I said this is a bunch of incompetent team. If you are saying that it is not, my understanding of what you are saying is that it's not right to criticize only Ablakwa. The Attorney General must box it. And if that was the advice of the Attorney General,
he acts based on the advice of the Attorney General.
If that was the advice, this was an incompetent advice.
Okay.
Because under international law, obligations were imposed on Ghana to accept foreign nationals and give rights to foreign nationals. So it was requiring a parliamentary approval. So I am surprised that he's here blaming even the opposition. It's like all their evil and incompetency is to be blamed in the opposition, regardless of whatever. So this is clearly wrong. For me, there is underhand tactics on these people. Why would America out of nowhere announce that a citizen of El Salvador is coming to Ghana? You tell me. The United Nations has got 193 countries. Why didn't they name any other country apart from Ghana? What has opposition got to do with it? Opposition is more or less reacting to news that you yourself said is not only reported in Ghana. For you to say opposition is manufacturing fake news, it's reported in the international portals.
Right.
So if opposition reacts, then you put the blame on the opposition instead of putting the blame on the government.
Okay.
So for me, these people, they've already undermined judicial independence. Okay. When it comes to Galamsey, they are incompetent. Some of these ministers, if you send them to Techima to even negotiate for a price of bag, the market trader will shortchange them. We've seen that reflection in their negotiation with DSTV. So please do not blame opposition this morning. I believe MPP is more or less the weakest link for you people to always blame. Here, deal with it as the minister have failed to deal with it.
Okay. Yes, I want to bring in Theo because Theo hasn't said it. No, sorry. I want to bring it. Don't worry. I know you've noted a few points.
It doesn't get cold. And so I know my senior.
Otherwise, we'll leave
yes,
you
my senior will.
Would have to seek Theo's, how do you call it, permission.
Senior, do me a minute,
so would you want him to respond quickly before you come in so that you can put all the two
all
right together?
Yes, we are out Theo.
Yes.
One, I don't think, with all respect to my brother, he paid attention. I said, someone said the reason MPP is not doing well in certain areas was that they used to rely on traditional media. And currently, with polarization of media, there's no need for anybody to be relying on traditional media. Nowhere did I say it was MPP who said it. I said that you have had your fare. I was quiet as a kindergarten teacher. Please be quiet. Don't jump in. I have only 1 minute. So all I'm saying is that the use of traditional media is almost a thing of the past. So we should now use a lot of the social media. That's all I meant. No, nothing about MPP being blamed. Number two, my senior colleague here, who is talking about breach of constitution. I mean, 9 months ago, MPP had rushed to Supreme Court at 12 o'clock, got a ruling at 2 o'clock, and today there's a breach, and they are in studio talking about breach. That should tell, you see, when a thief tells you, let's go to court, either his friend is the judge, or the judge is part of the people who benefit from the thievery. So that's why he's saying that. Then Senior Theo will bear with me that there's a presumption in law. Official duties performed are presumed to be regularly performed or regularly done. That's a presumption in law. So a duty performed by the Attorney General, whether he gets it wrong or right, duty performed by the Foreign Affairs Minister, whether he gets it right or wrong, until you are able to rebut it, is deemed to be regularly performed because that is their duty of performance. Finally, let me beg my brother here. The word incompetent has been overflogged. It doesn't apply today. If we want to talk about application of incompetence today, it is the people who go to a rally ground and tell us that we, the president, apart from mentioning the president, vice president, all ministers, directors, appointees, we have all made mistake. Please forgive us. We apologize. That is the definition of incompetence. So don't use incompetence today. Otherwise, you are letting us to look at all of us have made mistake. Those kind of things. It's only pointing to one direction. So please help us this morning. Let's have a cup of coffee.
Okay.
And leave the incompetence to where it belongs.
All right. Now let me bring it to you. I mean, to you. I'm sure. At what time did you exactly see the news, and how did you feel about it when you saw the news, and what were you thinking?
Moro, thank you.
Were you quite concerned?
Yes.
Okay.
But before I answer your question, I want to congratulate the 824 lawyers that were called to the bar.
Okay.
But I want to single out one James Biney, Esquire. He joined me in the law firm as a clerk.
Right.
In 2016. He has risen through the rank. And yesterday he was called to the bar.
Congratulations to all of them.
Yeah.
This is actually the highest number of lawyers we've produced, eh?
No.
About 800.
There was...
About 1,000 something last year.
Yeah.
This year?
Come the post call and then together with receipts.
So that means we'll be even exceed 1,005.
Each year we have 2 calls, isn't it?
Now, the post call also joins this call.
No, yes.
The post call join, but the mini call are those who are not able to make the cut.
Yes, they will come.
They will come.
Yes.
Maybe April, May, June.
So I just want to know whether have the numbers dropped or we've produced more lawyers this year.
It has dropped.
It's dropped.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's interesting, isn't it? Because
I think 2022 was the highest.
Okay.
I see.
2022 or 2021.
Which is the highest number of lawyers.
Yes. They were more than 1,000.
Maybe some other time we'll have a conversation about the new policy which the Attorney General intends to propose. Yes. Where the professional course can be taught by any school. At the end of the day, you all come to one place and write an exams and see whether it would help to produce more lawyers. But aren't we producing more lawyers? Aren't we producing too many lawyers in the system? Anyway, that's another conversation for another day.
So, James Biney Esquire,
Okay.
I want to wish you well. The law firm is proud of you. You have done well for yourself. But this is the first step of the journey. The learning starts from now. So, on behalf of all the members of the law firm, we wish you well.
Okay.
Moro, thank you for having me. I was driving and I heard the news. And then the subsequent commentaries and other things that have followed made me to be a little bit concerned. You know, we have previously had this issue before, which went to the Supreme Court, the Gitmo 2 people who were brought in Ghana. And at the time, the current Attorney General was the Deputy Attorney General, and he prosecuted that matter to the end, even though the judgment was delivered after he has left office. So when Ablakwa said that he was advised by the Attorney General, I believe that my former senior, who is the Attorney General, knows...
Isn't he still your senior? Or because he's not Attorney General, he's not your senior?
Yeah, that is so. I have left his firm as well.
Oh, okay. You used to work with
Ayeni and Feli at the time.
Okay, Feli, okay. That's fine.
So I believe that he's abreast with the issues that before he gave an advice, he was very mindful of the decision of the Supreme Court in the Margaret Banfo and Nana Boachi case, which dealt with this issue. So I believe that based on this decision, I believe that their negotiation will look at it differently. If you look at the Gitmo 2 case, the majority took the view that it was an international agreement, by Atukuba GSC look at it differently, that these were aliens. So an alien is not a citizen. So he could come in with any form of agreement, in the sense that I can go to America. When I get there, I'm described as an alien. So it's Atukuba looked at it more like an immigration issue and not an international relation. Because when you walk into an embassy, you get a visa. It is a form of an agreement, but it is not an international agreement. That is the way Atukuba look at it. So I'm sure this particular agreement, which we have not seen, I'm just speculating, that is based on maybe they told Darling to avoid the parliamentary passing it as an act or a resolution of parliament.
Or ratifying it.
Ratifying it. I'm sure they will use that route. That just get them a visa, but they will come to Ghana. I believe they will do it that way. But if you are coming as a deportee, you don't need a visa. They just bundle you and bring you. So I believe strongly that Dr. Ayeni, having handled the Gitmo 2 case, he will definitely advise that to avoid this parliamentary issue, let's do it this way. Even though they are coming, Ghana government can issue them with visa to come in. Then the issue will be resolved. But as the minister has come out to say that this particular person is not part of the agreement, I think that by that statement, we should have a little bit of trust and confidence that what he has told us is the truth until we receive a contrary evidence to show that the agreement involves other national apart from ECOWAS citizens. So on this point, I believe that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has a duty towards us to disclose the content, even if they are not putting the agreement openly. But they should issue a statement and say that these are the salient part of the agreement we have with the U.S. government. I think that would have resolved this particular issue. So that I believe that.
So you are with the school of thought that whatever this agreement is, make it available. Let's have a look. Let's scrutinize it.
Let's look at it.
In the spirit of accountability, transparency.
We have given you our
and
power.
Good governance.
Good governance. Let us know it so that if there's something to be done, all of us will know that, then those who want to take the issue up to court for interpretation, if you look at the Gitmo 2-1, if you read the judgment, they requested, the Attorney General at the time resisted and said that it's a national security. The Supreme Court determined it and said that it should be given to the plaintiffs, but it should be used for the purpose of the litigation. So I believe that even if you don't give us the full agreement as it is, but if you issue a statement that this is the arrangement we have, it would have resolved the issue. And I also heard commentary that because President Mahama is having an alliance with the Sahel region, that is why they are bringing in these terrorists. I believe that good neighborliness requires that you live peaceably with your neighbors. So I don't have issue with the fact that President Mahama, because we are talking about ECOWAS.
But the question is, are they terrorists? They are not terrorists.
They are not. But people were linking the...
Gitmo 2?
No, they were linking the bringing of the man into Ghana.
The Garcia man?
Garcia man, to the fact that because President Mahama is having alliance with the Sahel regions. I believe that we are talking about ECOWAS and African integration. All the time we are saying that if we do business among ourselves, our economy will be huge. So if Mahama is doing that, I don't see anything issue with it that will extend to bringing terrorists to. And I believe that.
But I don't think that the likes of Ishaq and Co. disagree with this whole idea of Pan-Africanism, the whole idea of being there for one another, the whole idea of respecting the ECOWAS protocols that says you can move, human beings can move, goods and services can move. They're saying they're doing it within the strictures of the law.
Imoro, that's not how I would think about
it. Isn't that what you're saying?
No, that's not how I think about it.
Oh.
You can give me opportunity to express my view, but that's not how I'm.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm all for a Pan-Africanism.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm not for dishonest explanation of Pan-Africanism.
Oh.
Let him finish, I can explain.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that in principle, you don't have a problem with Pan-Africanism.
Pan-Africanism. I don't even like the idea of Africa. The African partitioning was just wrong. That is some of the basis.
So, but that means we're saying the same thing. Because I said to him that when I listen to you and I listen to MPP spokespersons,
yes,
I don't get the impression that you're against one Africa.
No,
the whole of idea. Okay, what the only idea, the only problem you have is that in moving forward as a people,
yes,
in doing things as United Africa,
okay,
we ought to do it within the strictures of the law.
Yes, of course.
Yes. Yeah, so you see, you see, so I didn't say anything.
Of course, yes. The law needs to be respected.
That's the point I'm
making.
Yes.
And the issue about...
I guess that's where they're coming from.
The issue about obligation on the Ghana government.
Yes.
If, assuming I'm a Nigerian and I come into Ghana with a valid visa or under the ECOWAS protocol...
You don't need a visa to come to Ghana.
That is what I'm saying. That.
Okay.
So once I'm in Ghana, an obligation is imposed on Ghana.
Yes.
I have a certain right imposed by international law. I have a certain right imposed by domestic law. So those who are doing the argument that there's an obligation on Ghana, no matter how I enter Ghana, there's still an obligation on the government of Ghana. So that argument that because there's an obligation on Ghana, it should go through parliamentary ratification or it should be passed as an act, I disagree with that statement, because anybody who finds himself in Ghana, Ghana has a duty. So if you look at the international treaties or domestic, our constitution, if you look at certain rights, it said a person in Ghana. It is only when it comes to certain rights that are exercised by Ghanaian citizens. That is why it says that a Ghanaian citizen. So long as I'm in Ghana, certain rights, including our constitution, imposes that right on us. But I think that we have overflogged this issue.
Okay.
Because we have bread and butter issue to deal with. We have Galamsey, which I'm so much concerned about to deal with.
All right.
And we are not making so much noise about Galamsey to the extent that people could even go and destroy railways just to mine.
Right.
So it is something that we need to...
It's a big problem.
It's a very big problem about our attitude.
But let's wrap up with this. I'll come back to you because you just finished what Theophilus took his turn. Theophilus, I've heard some people say that, look, the law may be on the side of the government, but good governance goes beyond just the law. It's also about optics. It's also about suspicions. It's also about coming clean with the people of people that, the governed or the ruled or the led. It's about making sure that you reduce as much doubt in the minds of the people as possible. So why can't we, as a government, say that, well, even though per your understanding of the reading of the law, this is not a matter which must go to Parliament. But I'll still go ahead and tell you anyway. This is what we've signed with the people of America. Have a look at it, read it, and see if there's something in there. Especially when we've seen a video of the Foreign Affairs Minister on a media platform where he says, well, today I'll tell you the truth. We've had to do what we had to do because we needed America to reverse the 5-year visa ban. And it was a conversation we started with American authorities way before this West African nationals matter came up. And we said, well, we're looking for a favor from you. You say you want to bring some West African nationals. Say, no problem. So what do? Can we discuss an exchange? The video is there. We can play. Why is there difficulty in letting Ghanaians know what it is that we have agreed with American authorities? Where's the difficulty?
I'm trying to challenge you to play the video.
Okay. We'll play the video. Don't worry.
Yes.
Go ahead. Please go ahead.
However, I want us to let's be honest in certain ways.
Okay.
Moro, go to Circle now. There are buses loading from here to Lagos. Buses loading from here to Abuja. Go to Circle. there are buses coming from Abuja. There are buses coming from Lagos, in and out every day, and almost every hour. There was a time I saw somebody off at a VIP station. By the time I was coming out of court, the person said, I'm in Lagos. Because just after Aplau, it takes about an hour or something, you are almost there. They are in and out every day. They are our neighbors. So the idea that a Nigerian is coming, why are we accepting a Nigerian, is neither here nor there. Whether it's fettered or unfettered, they are coming in every day and going out every day. Same way. And they have become our in-laws to the extent that we are marrying them, they are marrying us, having boyfriend, girlfriend, every day. Let's be honest with this. Number two, it is not everything immoral that is illegal. It is not everything immoral that is illegal. It might appear to you as this is an immorality, but it is not an illegality. Because whose morality are we talking about? So whether it is about the optics, I think that we should trust our leaders to do the right things on our behalf. The reason I was challenging you about that is I hate the politics of equalization. But within the last 8 years, it was until some time that I knew that we even had American base in Ghana. I don't think that anything went to Parliament to say that we are establishing an American base in Ghana. No. But somewhere along the line, we realized that is it. On this 5-year thing, assuming, without admitting that that is what the minister said, Moro, to me, there is nothing wrong with exchanging the 5-year entry, multiple visa, with receiving a couple of guys into our country and facilitate their movement back to their own country. Recently, a colleague of mine was going to Canada. He applied for transit visa in the US and was granted single entry. Now, single entry 1 month. So if he goes through US to Canada, if he's coming, how does he come? He has to go and apply for another one. There's so much inconvenience. Yes, there are people like my senior here, namesake Tio, who say, I don't want to travel. Who say, I don't want to. Granted, they don't want to travel. There are others also who are itching to travel by the minute. So if that is what we exchange, in all international transactions, there's always somebody giving and somebody taking. You look at the benefits, the interests of your people. I remember during the Iraq war, somebody asked a question to George Bush and said that Tony Blair will take decision based on the best interests of the British. And I believe that any decision that will be taken by the Foreign Affairs Minister and President Mahama will be taken in the best interests of Ghanaians. So if that is what is bringing us the benefits, I believe that we should go for it. That, to me, is the issue. So it is not every immorality, the optics, that appears as illegality. And in any case, if this, assuming there is an agreement, have to go through Parliament, NDC has supermajority. Unlike the micro-minority that we have. They would have had that easily. So to me, I don't think, let us go by what we are told. Until somebody is able to produce, apart from speculation, a contrary one, I'll go by what the government says.
Do you agree with those who say that it wouldn't be fatal to the government if the government releases this MOU? Are you for the government releasing this MOU so that it's the people like Ishak and Co. who are still brewing a lot of suspicion?
You see,
to just have a look so that we can end this matter once and for all.
No, you see, sometimes let us, as I always say here, let us help the public. There are certain MOUs you go into, and there are clauses that impose on you to keep the MOU away from the public view. There are certain agreements you go into. Now, even when we had the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, when they were trying to talk about the Ghanaians who were exchanged for Americans during the CIA, that's Ronnie's cousin's issue. The
Susidis, yes.
Even during the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, they were told that the agreement Ghana entered there then prevented them from disclosing the issues. So even Foreign Affairs, Kufuor was in government then. Foreign Affairs could not have disclosed that matter, the details to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Now, if we are struggling here to get it, we have lots of Ghanaians who are also Americans in the U.S., who have senators, who have congressmen and women. Get in touch through your congressman or your congresswoman, through your senator, to request of the American government to provide that for you. Let us see if the American government will provide that. The bastion of democracy that we know in the world, let's see if they'll release it. Okay. Assuming Ghanaians are not able to release it, get through your counterparts in the U.S. Let's see if they'll release it. Right. Then you don't become just a domestic warrior. Okay. You should be an international warrior too.
All right. So you're watching Inside Pages on Metro Television. We'll take... please stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Ebusiafo ye mama kwaba eba Children's Palace. Nkwala nyema nyina fie enyi. Yonkwala ntade mani mema nyina ntare nyina wase. Yonkwala shoes, yonkwala duane, yonkwala wipes, yonkwala diapers, yonkwala toys, baby cot. In fact, bibia opama omanyina obenye biwa ase.
Located at East Legon Hills, Nana Chrome KFC. Contact us on 059 6377 172. Children's Palace. Happy children, happy fashion. See you soon. Bye bye.
Chia woni nara mi din edebe dapa me dia de sonko kra na ebremo nya de to aduane mo ama waduane edapa na me de bremo eno any some spices here emu wa wo bebre o various flavors ubenya eya akoko ubenya nantwie ye de ku jollof ma emu ye de ubenya ye de ku nkwan ye de ku froye mu ho na kope bito na ema waduane enye de unyiminia ye nkon ye konko tie nyankofo eka
Down your communication ni enjoy Uduba that Samu spices. What in the essence don't fight. I'm going to get it. Samu spices in a BTA daddy so say. Samu spices. Mun Samu.
Samu spices. Nyaba chicken.
Samu spices. In Sanaka in Ketwa, measure 10 grams. Your chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, can jollof, and the flavors of Bebre.
Samu spices. Yes, Saka.
FDRJ Jadien Kratwe Yatum.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too. Your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be later?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Go be from to be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame.
Senya God up boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. That is God.
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Need your attention, please. Mnet Movies 4 brings you Action HQ.
Before I describe the job, I have to know you can do it.
The movie festival where action never clocks out.
1, 2, 3.
Go! Business as usual means fist first, questions later. We don't do spreadsheets.
Give me some car keys, a couple guns.
We do high speeds.
Put your foot to that floor and you press.
Our management style, very hands-on. Water cooler chats, surprisingly inspirational.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
This October, Mnet Movies 4 is mission control for mayhem.
Complete destruction.
It's home base for heroics. It's Action HQ. Consider your couch the corner office of chaos. This is not a drill. Report to Action HQ all month long on Mnet Movies 4, where action never clocks out.
These restrictions lifted because of these deportees from the United States that we received in this country.
So I have told you that we initiated talks. We said that, look, we are a responsible government. We will not allow our people to suffer. Yes, you have told us that it's because of visa oversight. You've showed us the data. We will not leave it. We want to negotiate with you. So we want you to engage us. And then they said I could come over to the State Department, which I did. Now, in the course of the negotiations, the Americans said, okay, you want something from us. And I put other things on the table. That is not only the visa waivers. That was, remember that it was around the same time that he had also begun the tariff wars. 15% tariff on Ghana. Some say that we were quite lucky. And then we had AGOA. No clarity on whether AGOA will be extended or not after September. So we put all of these things on the table. Now, they said, okay, you have come to us with what you want. You want us to reverse the visa restrictions. You want AGOA extended. You want us to relook at the 15% tariff. We are also now dealing with immigration challenges. We have all of these people who are in prisons. We are holding them in various ICE facilities. So we want you to help us to deal with this issue. So I immediately consulted with President Mahama. Then there were cabinet discussions on the matter. Then Ghana said that, look, we are not going to accept Venezuelans, Mexicans, and all of this wholesale deportation all over the place. Within our ECOWAS protocols, our sub-regional legal regime, West Africans can travel without visas to West African countries. So we are going to make the case that, look, if you have some West Africans, in any case, we are not happy that our fellow compatriots are in this distress. They are being held up, they are in cages, they are being dumped elsewhere, places that they are not accustomed to, they don't have relatives, they can't integrate. So we will accept only West Africans under the principle of Pan-Africanism and regional solidarity. So that is how we amended, the U.S. request. Because you notice that other countries are accepting people from just anywhere. We said that no, in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, we will accept West Africa.
All right. So, you've heard the Foreign Affairs Minister.
Yes, the Foreign Affairs Minister put in a number of things in the basket.
Okay.
You talk about tariff reversal. You talk about no clarity on AGOA. You talk about the fact that Ghanaians are overstaying visas in the U.S. And you talk about the discussion on reversing the visa restriction. Those are the things he talked about. So it means that the Foreign Affairs Minister didn't go in with one issue to say that just help us to reverse the visa restrictions. And he also mentioned the fact that in Ghana, we are part of the ECOWAS, and people identified as nationals of ECOWAS but cannot go back to their countries. We are here to receive them and facilitate their movement back to their countries. To me, all perfectly good. I don't see what he has said that I have not previously said about it. I would have wished anybody who is making noise about all these things. See, governance is about providing alternative. Once it will yield to our growth. As we sit now and we are having this discussion, all this while nobody has given us what they would have done different to reverse the 5 years visa restriction, to have the tariff limited, and to get clarity on AGUA. They haven't told us. And we have gone in for this. Again, I go back to my issue that duties performed, official duties performed, are presumed to be regularly performed. And indeed, we have given them our mandate that go and negotiate or do this on our behalf. And that is what they've done. So to me, again, a lot of Ghanaians are watching this program and are asking themselves, sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about visa? We want to have this visa thing restricted, reversed. So large Ghanaians out there are happy. We have just qualified for World Cup. We'll be going to US, and without sounding illegal, a number of guys, whether they are going to watch the game or just walk on the streets of America, they want visa to go to US.
Okay.
And if we are not able to do some of these things, what are we going to do?
Okay.
Please, let us allow, sometimes in the interest of nationality. Moro, let me also tell you something. I believe that maybe Isha could be old enough to remember when Libya was under sanctions. There was a time a Libyan plane stopped in Accra to refuel. It became an issue for MPP then, and one of them asked, why are we selling our country? The people have come just to refuel. Humanitarian, and go on. Sometimes it is in the interest of some of these things that you look at it and you close your eyes and move on.
Okay. All right. Let's conclude on this, and we can go to
just very quick one. My senior has made a number of points. I profoundly disagree with most of them. You see, the first issue we have with Honorable Ablakwa is, first of all, to tell us the truth about the nature of that agreement. We believe it has breached the Constitution. In fact, the video you have just played is more of a confession and to expose him as lying to Ghanaians. I saw another video whereby he says that they did this on purely humanitarian grounds, that they were helping their fellow Africans. Nothing beneficial received, either in cash or in kind. This video tells us that we use our fellow Africans as a bargain chips. If you said that from the very beginning and then get a parliamentary approval, for me, yes, you have majority in parliament. But he refused to go to parliament because he didn't want to be exposed. Because parliament would have had the opportunity to debate it. And the fact that he's using fellow Africans as bargain chips would have been exposed. Then he pretend that he was doing it on humanitarian grounds. And the question is, are we more humanitarians than their very country that they are citizens? And I can tell you for a fact, immigration detention in the United States, they are not like criminal detentions. They are administrative detentions. And I tell you, the media, take the opportunity to interview those people. They would have preferred to be in administrative detention in the United States than to be deported to Ghana here. They would have preferred it because at some point they will get a reprieve and they will get their stay. And it has nothing to do with us. He has already said, and I keep mentioning that the ECOWAS protocol does not give every African citizen, a West African citizen, unfettered access to Ghana. There are still conditions over there to be admitted. So it's not like a Ghanaian citizen who can come in unconditionally. So your presence in Ghana, if it is not conducive for us, we assess you at the gate before you can come in.
Okay.
So they don't have unfettered access. And you also said that an official action is deemed to be regular. When did you get to know this? It's so regular to the extent that they are immune from criticism? I don't think so. I don't think that's the essence of it. If it is still regular, but we saw the need to criticize it because we believe the Constitution is being breached, why can't you criticize it, senior? Go to court and do what? We can still criticize it and perhaps go to court.
Okay.
I thought it is your principle that whoever says go to court, he has a friend in there. This is your principle this morning. Once somebody say go to court, once a thief say go to court, it means that he has more or less bought
Yes,
the court
that's
already.
what I'm saying. You have been saying go to court, go to court. So use it now.
No,
use
you
it
just
now.
say go to court.
Yes, go
It
to.
means the person say
I'm
go to
reminding
court.
you.
That's
I'm
your
reminding you.
principle.
Yes, I'm reminding you of the
That
principle
if
you
you
have
say
been
go
telling.
to court,
Yes.
it means that the court are your friends.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you very much.
So do
Sylvia.
it now.
We
Do
are
it now.
winners.
Do it now. You have been going to court. You have been telling us.
But
go
has
to
the
court.
Thank you
NDC,
very
but
much,
has
Cynthia.
NDC
You're
ever
very
said
clear.
they have a problem going to court?
Sorry?
Has the NDC ever said they have a problem going to
No,
court?
see, my good friend here earlier on said that
Okay.
when
Yes.
we're in power,
Yes.
we kept saying go to court.
Yes, so continue.
And apparently, if a thief say go to court, it means that he's already in bed with the judge. And he had just said go to court now. His principles apply. Are you in bed with the judges? Thank you.
Moro,
All
30
right.
seconds on this.
All right,
matter.
please, let's wrap up.
I believe that the issue about the way politicians deal with our courts, I'm not happy with it.
Okay.
They treat the court differently when they are in government and when they are in opposition differently. I think
It's the
that
same with the police.
that is so. So I believe that the politicians should be careful.
It's the same with the Electoral Commission.
So our institutions should be protected,
I
especially
think the institutions
courts.
themselves too should be up and doing.
They should be protected.
Right.
And if there's the need to do, but you are in government 9 months, then you are criticizing the court. You were in opposition 9 months ago, you were criticizing the court. That is not fair for us. And because the court is our last resort as a nation. But I want to believe that a Blackwest, the video we have just watched, you know, international relationship is diplomacy. You give in something, and we cannot downplay the Trump administration on the effect it has on Africans
We
or
have
Ghanaians.
the American president of today, which is Trump, Donald Trump,
is
very transactional.
Yes.
He doesn't do anything just for the sake of it.
Some of the benefits that we have enjoyed from the American government has been withdrawn. It will definitely have an impact on the economy, which the government didn't plan for, which they quickly have to adjust. So I believe that these are part of the negotiation.
Even if this was transactional, this is good business.
It's good business.
Okay.
Because the agua is huge.
I see Ishak saying yes, he agrees with you.
Yes, it's transactional. If you look at what Abrakwa just said.
Yes.
Because it's transactional because at the point in time,
yes,
repatriating the Africans to Ghana was not part of the negotiations.
Okay.
But once you came to the negotiation table, restore this thing to us, then they say, also, we also have this. Can you do it for us? It is transactional. Let's look at it.
Okay.
The next question we need to address is that how are we going to manage these people? That is why I've always said that the ministry has allowed people to read into the agreement. If they had disclosed it to us, other people cannot read meanings into it. Then we all know what it is. Then when we are running commentary, we can check.
Okay.
The last point is that my namesake says that we should trust our government. If that was the principle, there wouldn't have been checks and balances. So I believe that we will trust you when you are transparent. And more importantly, because of the role Honorable Abrakwa played when he was in opposition.
Yep.
So the standard he has set for himself, which I admire, which I like. So he should live up to that standard whilst he is in government. So he should disclose so that we are all at peace, then we can move forward and think about bread and butter issues.
Trust, but you must verify.
Absolutely.
This government, we have to trust, but
that's what journalists are supposed to do.
And
trust
so
but
far, the
verify.
verification says they have something to hide.
Okay.
That's why they will not disclose it.
All right. So let's move on. Let's move on, gentlemen. And we have just 25 minutes to deal with this topic. I think it's a straightforward matter. I don't think that it's something that would want to litigate and go on and on and on and on.
Okay.
And I can trust Ishak and that you views on this. But it's a very simple matter. There's a gentleman who thinks that our current acting CJ should not be there. He said he should not be there because the acting CJ has misbehaved. He's misconducted himself. Derek, do we have that video when the acting Chief Justice met the Ghana Law Society? I think we played it 2 weeks ago or so on the show. If we have it, if we can play it back, that would be great. Yes, please look for that video and let's play. But I'm going to read the petition. And then, but there's something very funny about the petition. Now that we intercepted 2 petitions, one signed, one unsigned, but it's almost the same in terms of content or substance. So I don't know why that's the case. I don't know the person after sending it out was told that, look, once it's not signed, some of the media houses may not want to publish it, and that's why that has happened. I don't know, but there are two. But it's almost the same, pretty much. Now, it says to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic, Jubilee House, Accra. And it says, Your Excellency, and this is from Bande Nabin Yusuf, AM 43, Pantine West, Granite Street, Lanquantanan, Medina, Accra, and his telephone number is there. Apparently, it's been received by one Vidalabi. So it's I believe I don't know who Vidalabi is, whether the person was at the Jubilee House, so I don't know. But here's the petition. Oh, actually, we have it here. So it says, pursuant to Article 1461 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, I respectfully submit this petition for the removal of Justice Paul Bafo-Boni, a Justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana and currently acting Chief Justice, on the grounds of stated misbehavior. Article 1461 provides that. And it says, this is what Article 1461 says, or it reads, a justice of the Superior Court or a chairman of a regional tribunal shall not be removed from office except for stated misbehavior or incompetence, or on the grounds of inability to perform the function of his office arising from infirmity of body or mind. And let's continue, gentlemen. All right, so it says on 24th September, these are the facts of the case. On 24th September 2025, a certain Israel Tete and Dapper Makpo Roxanne Nelson and a group calling itself the Ghana Law Society, we spoke to them 2 weeks ago. They filed a lawsuit in the Supreme Court seeking constitutional relief against the Ghana Bar Association. On 25th September 2025, barely a day later, Ghana Law Society, the third plaintiff in the case, met with Justice Paul Bafo-Boni, who had just been nominated 2 days earlier as Chief Justice. Now, at that meeting, which was widely covered by the media, it sort of media outlets and directly linked in news reports to the pending litigation. Justice Bafo-Boni made comments which touched directly on the issues central to the case, he stated. It says the bench, and this is what Acting Justice Paul Bafo-Boni said, and it's in quote, the bench is particularly interested in which, the association A or B. What the bench is always interested in is whether we have representation for an accused person. So we will normally hear, where is your lawyer? Who is your lawyer? And all that. And no, since the case of Tariwaja, an attorney general, the courts have always insisted that practicing lawyers must be in good standing. And as far as good standing is concerned to us, it means you must have a certificate from the GLC. So in your speech, counsel, you said that you're going to make representation to the GLC for recognition and then licensing. Yes, I think it will be in the right direction. That, because all that we're interested in at the GLC is that you possess our licenses. Personally grateful to you for the kind way that you said about me, and I hope and pray that at the end of the day, what we all desire, that is justice for the good people of the country, the good people of this country, will be achieved. So that's from, now, the petitioner then says, these remarks were not casual. They prejudged a live constitutional matter before the Supreme Court, endorsed, the plaintiff's litigation position, and created the impression that the acting Chief Justice actually sympathizes with and supports one side of the dispute. Now, he goes ahead to state what the breaches are. It says breaches of the Judicial Code of Conduct and International Principles. It says Rule 1, propriety, and it talks about it. And then let's go to number 2. It says, and so still on breach 1, he talks about the Bangalore principle and so on and so forth. I don't know what that principle is, but it talks about Rule 6. It talks about impartiality and so on and so forth. And then it goes on and on and on and on and on. Theophilus Jimega, what do you make of this petition? Really?
Yes.
This is serious.
Yes. It falls way, way, way below what will be considered even a joke. However, suffice it to say that myself and yourself were in this studio when I told you that when the proponents of those who were saying Justice Tokonu Emeritus could go back to the Supreme Court as Justice of the Supreme Court.
Yes.
And the petition was only meant to remove him as a Justice of, as the Chief Justice, but not as a Justice of the Supreme Court. And I read Article 1463 to you, and I asked, if a petition is now filed for her removal, who will the petition have gone to for the person to determine the prima facie case? This petition rightly answered that question. It says that because he is the Chief Justice or acting Chief Justice, the President should give the petition to Justice Puaman to determine whether a prima facie case is made. The absurdity I talk about. That is why I said Tokonu could not have gone back, and the remover was not remover just as Chief Justice.
Because at the moment we don't have a Chief Justice.
We don't have a Chief Justice. So he's saying that acting Chief Justice, whom he wants to be removed as a judge of the Supreme Court, is the one to determine whether a prima facie case is made against the Justice of the Supreme Court.
So the challenge now is, who must take the petition and act on it? Because it's a judge, it's not a CJ.
He said the president should give it to the next one, Puaman, to act on it and determine. Which brings to mind...
Please position your microphone. Yes,
thank you. Brings to mind the absurdity of the whole idea of when you are removed as a Chief Justice, you can go back and be there as a Justice of the Supreme Court. That's one of the points I made here, way back. Now we have seen the solution.
You sound like you feel vindicated.
Very, very much so. Very, very much so. And on this note, I will always greet...
so this is a very practical scenario.
I told you that...
To illustrate the point you've been making consistently.
Yes, it will be a very absurd situation. I use the word here. I sat here. That's why I told you 1463. That day, we did a reverse where with the MP for, I think, Benshasa.
Yes. On Vazum. It wasn't a Justice Bafuewa. That's a Justice Bafuewa.
Lawyer, yes.
Yeah, lawyer Bafuewa.
And we reverse it.
Yes.
So this issue, as we are seeing it today, has vindicated our position. And that is one of the reasons why I said it has not even met the threshold of a joke. Secondly, you said the people visited the Chief Justice and he made those comments. Now, my understanding is that Ghana Law Society had tried to meet Justice Tokonu and they couldn't. They tried severally, they couldn't. And they have tried to meet the current one. And he told them that we only recognize lawyers in good standing. And by good standing means that you must have your licenses in place. So if you are thinking about us recognizing you, do the right thing and get your license in place. Then we'll recognize you. In effect, they went to him in a situation where maybe the lawyers would say ex parte moot. He said that next time you are coming, come on notice. So that you are properly clothed. Then we know who you are, that you are coming to us.
But there's already a matter before the same courts.
Yes.
Now, this acting Chief Justice is definitely going to play a role in empaneling those who are going to look into the matter.
Yes,
That's a fact.
Yes.
Now, if you have a Chief Justice who is already creating a certain impression, his posture seems to suggest that he is for emphasizing the what I call the monopoly of the Ghana Bar Association. Because the whole idea behind what Nelson Eche and the Dems are trying to do is say that, look, don't recognize only Ghana Bar Association, recognize others as well. You know, so if the Chief Justice is making a comment that makes it look like he's already welcoming the idea, the fear is that he may empanel persons who will just rule in favor of Nelson Nafemapo and the same Ghana Law Society. Remember, the Ghana Law Society is actually a party to this issue that we're talking about.
Number one, Nelson Eche Roxon, the Nafemapo MP, was not part of the team. That went to.
That's a first.
Number two, there is a guaranteed constitutional provision of freedom of association. The earlier GBA opens its arms to say, let us engage these guys and see what the issues are and see if we can correct them and still maintain a unitary bar association, the better for them. Nobody thought today we'll have NAGRAT. Nobody thought we'll have Concerned Law Teachers Association. Nobody thought today we'll have ProTour. Nobody thought today we'll have Cooperative. Nobody thought all of them will fall out from GPRTU. Nobody thought we'll have Global Evangelical Church when we have EP Church, Ghana. Nobody thought all those things.
Fine, but that hasn't materialized yet. And the matter is before the same judge.
No,
it's not the same judge, but it's before
it
the
has
court.
materialized. They are registered. They are registered entities.
Yes, but they don't have the same recognition within the law as the Ghana Bar Association.
Yeah, so all that they went to court to say is that anywhere that Ghana Bar Association is mentioned in the Constitution, knowing very well now that we have plurality of associations, let us all understand that where GBA is mentioned, it only meant all the law associations. That's all they're asking for. Okay?
True. Yeah.
Yes, and I understand the pharmacists and the medical profession, they do it. So when they are mentioned that they need this one, because they have a number of associations, you go. Next year, this one will go. Or you go for Committee A, and we will go for the Board B. And they also have the same thing with surveyors, etc. So it is just, it is coming. I mean, the earlier we embrace it, that it is coming, the better. I'm telling you
How
something.
do you know that? The matter is still before the courts.
No, all
the
I'm
matter is
saying...
still before the courts.
No,
and
no,
until the
no,
courts
no,
decide...
maybe
I'm not getting the point.
Yes, maybe you are not getting. But
right.
my brother, out of respect,
Yes,
smile. Don't laugh about the point. Out of respect.
Yeah.
Yes, out of respect.
No, that's him.
Yes.
That's him.
Well, I've met him several. He's my brother. I know.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to say is that the matter before the court is not about their recognition to exist.
Yes.
Their recognition to exist is there. They are existing.
I agree.
Yes, the matter before the court is anywhere in the Constitution or a statute says GBA, I understand it to mean all the other law associations. Now, it is even weird and hypocritical on the part of GBA that failed to take part in the drafting on the 1992 Constitution to be benefiting solely from it. It is rather hypocritical. And all I'm trying to say is that a time is coming, Moro. I don't want to say a lot, but the day Ghana Law Society begins to issue licenses to lawyers, you will call me back here. That day will be a severe dismantling of a portion of GBA. My senior is here. They will tell you, you pay dues, you're going to bar conference, you pay conference fee, which is even way a huge figure. Like pharmacists, you pay dues, you go to bar conference, you don't pay conference fee, you pay for your hotel, they take it out of the dues. A lot of us here sitting as lawyers don't even know what the law, our dues are used for. You are even going to pay dues, and you are using Momo, you pay about 13 cedis to 15 cedis to use Momo to pay. You are paying card, it's even different. If you don't want to take your license through them, then you need to go and fill form and take it through them and go and take your license. So let us embrace it. A lot is happening now. That is freedom of association. Someone has decided this is how we are going to say.
Can't you stay within the Ghana Bar Association and fix it?
You see
contest for position, get to be Ghana Bar Association
president.
president.
Moro.
And do these reforms.
Yes, Moro. I'll give you an instance. See, there was once, Senior will bear me out, was once a former minister of NDC who was a Ghana Bar Association president, Neil Sai Mills.
Mills, yes. Was the former lands minister.
Yes. When Chachu was incarcerated, he went to visit Chachu. He was impeached. Okay? It's for that reason that Senior Chachu is not a member of GBA. My former senior, Natasha Lamte, was not a member of GBA.
You're suggesting to us that the problems are very endemic and systemic.
Yes, that is why I'm saying that the better GBA embraces the new things coming up to say, let us sit down and talk. Indeed, if I were part of the Roxton Dapamekpo MPs-led Ghana Law Society, would have gone to call or pay a courtesy call on GBA to tell them that we are here. Someone takes your girlfriend and comes to tell you that we are going for a wedding today, we are marrying you. That's the sort of thing I would like to do. Let's go and to them and tell them that we are here. We have come to say, as brothers, rubbing shoulders with you, we want to come and tell you that we want to greet you. And tomorrow when we are having something, we will invite you to come. The earlier we pay attention to this, the better. As for this petition, it's one, dead on arrival. Okay. Where is the president sending it? Bafo Boni? Finally, the part why it is dead on arrival was there was a group that petitioned for the removal of either Tokonu or Sophia. Before they even left Jubilee House, they splashed all the media places with the petition. Then the Koko Azan one also happened the same way. And the president then said that it has breached the provisions in the ruling in Ajechum that all processes under this should be held in camera. But you have told everybody what you are going to do. Okay. And this one, you even say you intercepted two.
Yes.
2 different types.
One signed, one unsigned.
One signed. They have all,
that's total confusion. I'll split the next 10 minutes for the two of you, 5 minutes each. Yeah. So you remember the ones you deliver, that's it. You deliver and then we can end the show.
Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. So I've seen a copy of the petition.
Okay.
I've read it. For me, it's not only unmeritorious. I think it's actually frivolous. I've looked at it because for me, what took place over there, if it was something wrong at all, perhaps there are other remedies lies elsewhere. If you believe that what he has done breached judicial impartiality, perhaps you could restrain him from sitting on such a case. And if the case have already been decided, perhaps you could ask for the case to be set aside. So there's a remedy. So why go for such a killer blow? And you could see here the inspiration from the NDC. Why am I saying that? A wicked plan hatched when they were in opposition, clothed in legality, and used Article 146 as a clock to deceive the rest of us, to remove the Chief Justice. So they have already undermined judicial independence. And when they say something is a taboo, you do not do it. This is for a very reason. Look, the Chief Justice, believe it or not, the separation of powers principle espoused by Montesquieu is very, very clear. This is a head of a body. We do not remove them lightly, especially over these frivolous excuses of expenses, whatever. That's what motivates people like this to bring this petition. Aside this acting Chief Justice, there's also unique landing that somebody has filed. So for me, this evil is originating from these NDCs. So they are going to destroy this particular body. So for me, the president could actually conveniently put it in the bin. But listening to senior in the past and some NDC, they said the president was merely a conveyor belt. There was no need to use his discretion. So left to them, if they stick by, if it was a principle they have espoused, and they stick to their principle, then the president is a conveyor belt. He has no discretion to use other than pass it through the Article 146 procedure. If they want to conveniently run away from it, let them state it clearly. Now, Sina is talking about the fact that the content of the petition has been exposed. As Chief Justice did, we saw some agency on Joy News telling us the content of them. He's saying that the president can put it in the bill because the content has been exposed. Why couldn't he put Justice Tokuno one in the bill? When we saw an NDC communication director saying it clearly on TV. As Sina said here, sometimes he's disappointed on politicians because we speak on both sides of our mouth. We say this, and then I don't know whether, they say the internet doesn't forget. We have to remember that. So if we know this and doesn't forget, they can just replay your own words to you. And if there's no principle running through them, but the argument is always grounded on interest, it's quite disappointing as a people. So for me, what he said over there, I don't really have a problem with it. But since he's touched on the GBA and the fact that Law Society will come to kill it, for me, I believe that Article 21 or so of the 1990.
I'm not sure he said Law Society will come and kill it.
No. I mean,
give it a good run for its money.
The day that it starts functioning, the GBA
will be in trouble.
Yes.
Yeah, but whether that means it will kill it.
Yes. I take those words back.
Yes.
But let me clarify something. So I believe that, yes, clearly the Constitution envisions freedom of association. But the way GB8 is explicitly open, for me, I would like to think it's more or less treated like a quasi-judicial body. It's like something the Constitution had more or less adopted. And since it was in existence when the Constitution was promulgated, and is mentioned explicitly by name, I don't think they can reinterpret it to mean any law society. But at the end of the day, the court is there to interpret. That is their function. Perhaps maybe the constitutional review could just amend it to give them their way, if that is possible. And you've touched on the point. Why don't they stay to reform it? After all, if majority of lawyers are against it, and you spoke about the deals and the fact that we have to repay dues, I believe it is a perfect body.
But he's just told you that others in the past have suffered some really, really fatal consequences in the attempt to fix it. He mentions Neil Samuels.
I believe,
Neil Samuels.
Look,
yes. So what happened to him? So he won't do that.
A problem. But the way they are doing it, they are even going to create a greater evil. They have more or less marketed GBA to be an MPP body.
It is.
And if you actually perceive it without reforming it, and you're going to perform a law society which is perceived to be an NDC lawyers body, what are we doing to our republic?
But you have said you soon want to join the Ghana Law Society, so I don't know why you're saying it's an NDC.
When did I say that?
Okay. I thought I heard you.
I'm saying that it will actually defeat the very thing they are saying. They are even going to create a much greater evil. How can I say that and join them? I'm not like an NDC who will just throw principles away, depending on their interests. They argue on interest.
Don't mind me, folks. It's just by the
They
by.
should make it clear they do not argue on principles.
Okay.
For me, maybe reforming the GBH, if you think there's something really flawed about it, maybe perhaps in the past, what they did it was not a good way of going about it. Mobilize the grassroots lawyers to say that this body is not really functioning. Let's try to reform it. But what they are doing is they are going to partition the legal profession into NDC, MPP lawyers, of which I believe is not going to be good for our republic.
Okay.
It's for this reason that regardless of whatever the law society is, I am not going to join them. So let me make it very clear. I believe I stand for a reform in GBH. And I am a member of the GBA, and I think
but Isha, competition is good.
Especially
we've seen what competition has done to the labor front.
In that case, let's amend the constitution so that the way GBA is explicitly mentioned.
If today, and a big if, hypothetically,
yes,
if the Supreme Court, I think it's before the Supreme Court, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. If the Supreme Court rules, and says that the GBA as it is in the 1992 Constitution doesn't just mean a body, but it means all law associations or groups. Would that change your stance?
I don't have a problem with it because
would you try some other?
If they decide that way, people want to move. I don't have a problem. If they amend the Constitution and say we should have a plurality of associations, I don't have a problem.
Okay.
But the motive behind setting up the Law Society of Ghana is where I have the problem.
What do you think is the motive?
The motive is that they think GBA is for MPP and they are going to organize themselves in a form of law society that will represent the interests of NDC lawyers.
But what do you have a problem with that?
I have a problem with that because in that case, look, it means that the legal profession is more or less going to be partitioned along this line, which will not be good for our democracy.
Okay. All right, Theo?
Yes.
Where do you stand on this? You're still a bona fide member of the Ghana Bar Association?
I'm a proud member of the Ghana Bar Association.
When do you intend to join the Ghana Law Society?
But I have a lot of disagreement with the Ghana Bar Association, the way it is now.
Yeah, but
I'm a proud member, but that's what I have now.
Yeah, but you have an option. Yeah, but you have an option.
I have no option.
You haven't heard about the Ghana Law Society?
But you see that what it is that the General Legal Council has been empowered to issue license to lawyers every year.
Yes.
But they have given that function to the Ghana Bar Association so that once you are a member, you use their platform online to renew your license, which every lawyer is happy with. Because the General Legal Council does not have that much personnel and other things to renew license for all of us. And every January, 1st January, if you don't have a license, you cannot practice. So it used to delay. So the GBA made a platform that we all renew our license.
But isn't that in itself a problem? Because why must I necessarily be a member of the GBA for me to get my license?
The 824 that has been called, their names will be submitted directly to the GBA.
Yes.
You are given a number by the GBA. Yes. That's the number you use to operate.
But that's an imposition.
So that is monopoly.
Yeah, but that's even it's an imposition.
It's imposition. We all agree with that.
Which is that I'm a lawyer. I belonging to an association or a group. It's purely voluntary.
It's voluntary.
So why are my rights and my privileges curtailed because I've said that as a lawyer, I do not want to belong to an association.
So you have a difficult. The General Legal Council is not saying that they will not renew your license for you. But there you go and pick a form, fill it.
Okay.
It will go through a lot of process.
Please, let's do this. You're still watching Inside Pages. Stay with us, please. Don't.
I'm a brand manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame? As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again? Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Senya God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
I just want to hear. Welcome to season 2 of Play by Ear. Make some noise. This is the only show. All you need is your ear to win some cash. When I say play by ear, what you say?
All right, so you're watching Inside Pages on Metro Television, and Theophilus Donkor is a private legal practitioner. You're on the floor on this GBA matter.
What happened is the bar, you join the GBA automatically. You pay your dues, even your renewal license fee is paid to the GBA before they pay it to the General Legal Council. So the association, as it is now, it's not fit for purpose, if you ask me. Because I have issues. When we go for a bar conference, it's only Wednesday afternoon that bar matters are discussed, or about 4 hours to discuss the financial statement matters concerning us. You remember that a lawyer was attacked in the murder of the immigration officer. GBA never made a statement until we went to bar conference, and then it was just in passing. These are not, they don't, whatever happened to the members, nobody cares. Nobody even talks about welfare.
So they only take from you. They don't give you much.
They don't give us anything, not at all. Because even the conference, we pay for the food and water that we use. But what I want to say about the petition is that, you see, the CJ was there as the acting CJ and the chairperson of the General Legal Council that regulates the conduct of lawyers. You see, they have made us to believe that it's the GBA. You know, they publish lawyers in good financial standing. But in actual fact, it is the General Legal Council that determines who a lawyer is or who is in good standing. So the Law Society Association, they were meeting him not only as the Chief Justice, but also chairperson of the General Legal Council that regulates the conduct of lawyers in Ghana. Okay. So I believe that his comment that he made was not ex parte, did not prejudice the outcome of the case. I believe that at the time he was even making the statement, if he had not read it in the news, the rate wouldn't have come to his notice because it has to go through a lot of process before it comes to him.
All right.
So I think that.
So what should the president do with this? Throw it away? Throw the.
Oh, I believe that. I strongly believe that some people are looking for equalization. Those who are on the side of Tokonu are looking for equalization.
Okay.
I believe that the president should allow it to go through the process. Okay. If there is merit in it, so be it. But I believe that this is not an ex parte communication. Okay. So this cannot be stated misbehavior as provided for by Article 146. So I think that the person that doesn't understand and doesn't appreciate, and with the GBA, if there's competition and I realize that this is where it will favor me, my interest will be well catered for, definitely I'll move. Okay. But now we are stuck we are dealing with it. So we wish the GBA well and the Law Society too well.
All right. Don't be surprised if after the ruling, Ishak and Teofilo Jimega joins the Ghana Law Society. Anyway, so Ishmael Anyete Patterson and Ni Adetego, today you're celebrating your birthday. Let me say a happy birthday to you. So double the birthdays, double the fun. Happy birthday to my two incredible uncles. May your day be filled with good food, good company, and plenty of reasons to smile. From Nana Kwesi Kwetia, Metro TV. Happy birthday, Ishmael Anyete Patterson and Ni Adetego. Anyway, so thanks for watching another edition of Inside Pages. I want to say a big thanks to all of you for coming this morning, or for joining us this morning. It's been wonderful having you. A big thanks to our makeup artist, Jemima, a very, very, very beautiful woman. I like it when she makes me up. I don't want anybody else to make me up. She's the only one who makes me up. And the technical team as well. Big thanks to you. Have a good day. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
But when the same lecture hall, the dad was my lecturer.
But Michael, you're wild though, so you were eyeing your lecturer's daughter.
I tell her she pushes me a lot. And she's always been like that. Because she always wants things achieved.
Mahogany